Online classes require hours of preparation and work, from loading all of the course materials on Blackboard to filming lectures and creating assignments. Students know the work for the class, but your professors lived the work to prepare that class. This episode is called From the Source, the Professor's Perspective of Online Classes. Welcome to Playing the Ace. The first class of the semester is all about getting familiar with the course materials and what is expected of you as a student. Online classes are no different, except that everything you need to be successful for the course is right there on your course platform, like Blackboard or Engage. I was honored to meet with two members of our OLU community to give you some behind-the-scenes info about the online classroom.
I'm Megan Borror. I'm assistant professor of biology, and I teach general biology, biochemistry, genetics, and molecular and cellular biology.
Hi, I'm Janet Hupel, and I'm the Director of Accessibility Services at Our Lady of the Lake, and I also teach in the Education Department.
My first question got right to the point. Professors, how do you decide what material to include in your Blackboard shell?
I try to include anything that I think will really help the students succeed throughout the semester, or anything that I think they're going to want to reference over and over again. So things like the syllabus that has a lot of information about how they're going to get graded and format of exams, the schedule of what we'll be doing each week, things like study guides to help them prepare for exams. I've got some how-to resources there for how to go about studying, as well as all their lecture notes. So anything that they will need copies of to really succeed throughout the semester, I try to put in my Blackboard.
I think one thing is I want to make it where when the student's looking at it, that it's kind of intuitive to where if they're searching for something, they can know where to find it. Because I think that is one thing that can be confusing. If you're looking at, if you've never used a platform like Blackboard before, it can be overwhelming. So I think having those basics is good, but also just I put something in there that says syllabus, and like week one, or give some little hints about what's there, and then also major titles of things. Like these are going to be all the class notes, and these are going to be exams or assignments, that kind of thing.
So students who Google other resources to find answers would probably benefit more from searching the course material you've already posted, correct?
Sure. I mean, Google's a fine source to help supplement, but I would really start with the things that I've already given you, because that's really going to guide and direct you in the way that I'm going to be teaching you and the things that I find important. So if you start with my study guide, it's going to direct you to the things that I find important in the lectures, in the book, and the things that we've talked about. So it's kind of almost like GPS, right? If you're going someplace new, uh, would you get there on your own? Sure. Yeah, you could do it without a GPS, and you'll eventually get there. But if you use a GPS, you're going to get there quicker and easier, more efficiently. And that's kind of the way I've used the things I put on Blackboard. If you use those things, you're going to be able to study better, more efficiently, and just achieve those grades easier than if you're trying to just do it on your own.
What tips can you offer to help students familiarize themselves with the materials posted for their online class?
I would say just go onto your Blackboard and start looking around. A lot of times in class, I guide and direct my students. Hey, here's where this is at on Blackboard. Here's where you can find it. Here are the things you're going to help you. I try to organize mine in a way so that everything you're going to need for Unit 1 is in a folder called Unit 1. But you then have to go there and look for those things, download those documents, and open those up to actually get the material. So you really have to put forth some effort to make sure that you're accessing those resources that I provided for you. Yeah, I think it's understandable, and especially I teach, our general biology, so that's a lot of our freshman students that maybe haven't used Blackboard before. So I try to show them whether I'm teaching on Blackboard Collaborate and we're doing it online, or if I'm in the classroom, I try to pull up Blackboard and share my screen or show them on the screen. Once you log in, look, here's where these things are at, and here's where you can find these things. I feel like once they're familiar with kind of the format of Blackboard, then they're less intimidated and they're more likely to go and be able to find those things. So I try to do that. And I've done that in office hours too, pulled those things up to really help show them where they can find the resources I provided.
Well, I think one thing is to go ahead and not be afraid to open those things, because your everything is listed on the left side there, and don't be afraid to just open it up and read some things and just kind of familiarize yourself with it. So another thing I would say is if a student is used to, like, maybe they transferred from a community college or another college that maybe used Canvas, I think Blackboard and Canvas have similarities, but they are different. So I think it's okay to ask, either ask the professor.
We designed Playing the Ace to bring our audience ideas about and strategies for learning, not just in school, but things that they can take beyond. If you could give viewers one solid piece of guidance about being successful with online learning, what would it be?
Take ownership and communicate with your professors to get the things that you need. So that means if you can't find something, you need to ask, right? So don't just say, well, can't find it, maybe some other time. If you can't find the resources that you need to be successful, ask me, because we're here to help.
Well, one big thing would be schedule. When they're asynchronous, the student is on their own to read everything and do everything, and it can be difficult. So what I tell them is, look at your calendar and put all the things that you have on there. If you have a job, put your work. If you have classes that are a set time, put them down. Now, take that other class and put down time that you're going to watch it and read, but also when things are due, and then when you're going to work on them. That you can also put, I just looked at it right before we got on, and you can actually put personal things on there too. And you can also color code by classes. So, and I just always encourage them too, don't be afraid to reach out. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Don't, if you need some clarification, get it. Don't feel like you can't ask, because they don't mind. They want to help you.
Many thanks to Dr. Borror and Janet for coming on Playing the Ace this week. Your insight into course planning, I hope, will be welcomed, and maybe even educational for some people out there. Thank you for watching Playing the Ace. If you want to send us ideas for the show, just email us at writing@olusa.edu or send us a DM on one of our social media platforms. All of our contact info is down in our description box. We'll see you next week. Stay safe, wear your mask, and spread kindness. And remember, don't gamble with your academic success.
Playing the Ace is a new web series from ALU's Academic Center for Excellence. Every week, we will be talking about elements and strategies that can help you develop as a learner. Join us and enhance your learning experience.